effort to go into. Okay, all glory and praise Yahawashi Shah. This is basically, I guess, what you could say is part two of the lesson, going into the chip, going into this technology that Esau Edom is going to push upon the whole world in a Okeminte sense. Okay, and I was right the first time, but I just wanted to go get my apocrypha because I got things written down in here that that sometimes you don't remember. You gotta write shit down. You know what I'm saying? We in these bodies of death, and we in these bodies of corruption. So sometimes your mind doesn't, save all the information that you would want it to through the spirit power. How about Shemel Shah? But nonetheless, we're gonna go into it and continue going on. But yeah, the word that I was looking for was Okamente, and that means the known inhabited world. You know, and Esau Edom has more of the known inhabited world in his control at this time. So where was we at? Revelation 13 and well, I think it was we can read it was Revelations 13 and 8, I believe. And it says, "All that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, and whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain before the foundation of the world." So all the people outside of this, outside of the hopeful elect, are going to be worshiping and wondering after the beast, being amazed, being tricked, being beguiled by the miracles and the lavishness of this kingdom. When this kingdom is nothing more than basically a defiled kingdom ran on witchcraft and debauchery and death. All right, they don't really see that. All they see is the glitz and glamour that's on the outside. You know what I'm saying? They're not looking into the deepness of how this place was, the inception of this place. All right, and what they do behind the scenes to continue to keep this place going, whether it be their sacrifices, their seances, and basically just going into their high level witchcraft that these people do. All right, going to these celebrities and going to these elites, man. All right, all of them are involved in witchcraft, and then you got the lesser luminaries, you got the higher, the lawyers and these other fields that you wouldn't think, but they are also in the midst of witchcraft, in the midst of blasphemies against the Most High, man, because they're not pushing Yahawah Bashim Yahawashi. This kingdom does not push Yahawah Bashim Yahawashi. The scripture, not the scriptures, but on their dollar bill, it has a pyramid, and that represents, this is the new Egypt for the nation of Israel. This is another bondage for the children of Israel that the Lord is going to have to deliver us from. The Lord is going to redeem us and buy us back from this wicked defiled kingdom known as Babylon the Great, man. And Babylon goes into what? Confusion. Confusion going into a mixing of many peoples. All right, mixing of many peoples and religions. And this is the place where you have liberty, quote unquote, to do all what you want to do. You want to worship a tree, you can do it here. You want to have sex with a dog, you can find some state somewhere in America and you could do it. You want to put the woman above you and simp and be a fucking dumbass, then you can do it here, man. Okay, this is the place where everything's turned upside down, man. All right, where there's a lack of order. All right, through the spirit. Now it says where we was in verse 8. It says, "And they that dwell upon the earth shall worship him." All right, him being the beast. It says, "Whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb being Yahawashi that was slain first off and foremost for the whole nation of Israel." Well, first off and foremost, he was slain for the hopeful elect, and then for the whole nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? You get that right. He says in verse 9, "If any man have an ear, let him hear." So if any man have understanding, and this is directly speaking unto the hopeful elect that's going to have the understanding to perceive and go deeper into these scriptures and understand. But for all those that are surface level or not of the hopeful elect, that don't got the Holy Spirit supping with them, like it speaks about in let me see, I believe there's Revelations when the Lord said He's gonna suck, man. But the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai, it's gonna sit down that Holy Spirit, but only those that's gonna be able to receive it is the hopeful elect, man. The ones that the Lord is dealing with. Revelation 18, suck with him. Real quick. Oh, this Revelation 3:10. Oh, okay. I thought it was 18. Salakia. This is Revelation 3:20. It reads, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice," so we are those sheep, like it speaks about in John 14, that they hear the voice of Yahawah Bashim Yahawashi, and we're going towards His voice. All right, but there's individuals that hear the same voice, but they won't go towards it, man. All right, they reject Yahawashi. Their Yahawashi to them is a stumbling block. Okay, but Yahawashi in our eyes is the chief cornerstone that's going to lead to our salvation. You understand? It says, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice, I open the door, and I will come into him." And that goes into the Holy Spirit, the understanding. Okay, it says, "And I will sup with him, and he with me." All right, so you're going to have understanding of these scriptures, understanding of the word of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahawashi. All right, going back into Revelations 13th chapter here. So like, let me open my Bible. Let me open up the sword. All right. Yeah. Okay. Where were we? All right. We're Revelations going into the tenth verse. It says, and he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patient faith of the saints, and I've already brought out how the saints is in representation of the nation of Israel, and only the nation of Israel. But within the nation of Israel, we're talking about those who have the faith. All right, and that's going into the hopeful elect or the elect in and of itself. All right, reading again, it says, he that leadeth into captivity, Esau, Edom, has led the children of Israel into captivity, man. These other nations who had help between the Edomites, the Ishmaelites, and the Hamites, but Esau being the chief, he led us into captivity, man. Okay, though it was prophecy, he still was going to get punished for his actions, man. All right, against the tabernacle of Yahweh Shem Yahawashi. It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All right, so the Lord's going to recompense him. All right, he's going to turn his recompense on his own head, man, and we're going to put them into captivity, man. All right, and it's going to be the children of Israel, all right, that's going to do this, man. The Lord is going to raise us up, we'll raise up the hope for the elect, and we're going to take hold of Esau, okay, wherever he may be, whether he be in the bunker or whether he may be in the heavens, you know what I'm saying? We're going to take hold of him and we're going to put him in captivity, and not only him, we're going to put the whole entire encompass of the nation, every nation outside of the children of Israel, all 17 nations outside of Israel into captivity, all right, because all these nations, I'm going to pull up this picture here. I got it saved here. I'm gonna pull it up. This is a good picture. A good oh man, it's kind of small. I'm gonna blow it up. This is a good this is a good picture that goes into the name of the nations and the captivities that the heathens have put us in. All right, and it starts with Egypt. Goes to Egypt. Starts with and goes to the Cushites. And it has the Bible verses in particular of where and when and where it says they put us in captivity within the scriptures, and it also has next to it has the years that we was in captivity under these nations. Now you might not be able to see it as well as I can see it, but I can put this picture in the damn I can put this picture in the description box or something so brothers can look at it if but brothers should have this picture up, what I'm saying, because should have this picture because it's a good picture to indicate that the captivities from the heathen nations that we had to go through. So you got the Egypt, you got the Cushites, you got the Moabites. We was and the Moabites represent the so-called Chinese here in three. We was in captivity under them. All right, we was in captivity under the Canaanites, which goes into these Hamites, these so-called African nations. Okay, we was in captivity under them. So all these nations that put us in captivity, they're gonna go into captivity, man. And that is the patience and faith of the saints, man. All right, you nations that have come up against us in any way, shape, or form are not gonna get away scot free, nor are you gonna be exempt from judgment. The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahawashi, is gonna destroy you, and before He destroys you, He's gonna send us to be that mouthpiece, to tell you, to give you the charges that you've done. All right, and then the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahawashi is going to be the one that's going to put down that gavel. All right, He's going to be the true judge, man, and He's going to execute judgment once He returns again the second time. He's going to come in that fathership. He's going to come in those chariots through Spirit and power Yahweh Shem Yahawashi. All right, so going more into it, going to 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says Midianites goes into the Arabians, and they had us in captivity for 7 years. But I know you can't see it as well as I can see it, but I'm just saying it for you. And as it goes into the Ammonites, who are the so-called Japanese, we were in captivity on them. Then we got the Philistines, all right, who are also another Hamitic tribe. You got the Syrians, you got the Babylonians, who are so-called Egyptians, going into that's also they come from Ham. Or you got the Persians and the Medes, which goes into those Elamites. All right, and then you got the Medes or Japhetic. All right, then you got the Greeks, and you got the Romans, and the Romans are both two Edomites, two Edomite nations. All right, they all there since captivity at one point in time upon the earth. So they're also as well going to go into captivity. All right, let me see here, Salakia. So you nations are not exempt. All right, you nations are going to go into captivity, and the Lord does not regard you as anything. You are a vanity. You are nothing. You are nothing more than slaves unto us, and that's why you're going into captivity. All right, all right. It says in verse 11. Mm, okay, where's the point? Where's my point? Okay, cool. It's coming up. So we're going to continue to go into this because I'm going into this because let me get my charger. I'm going to this mostly because to bring out the fact of who the beast is and where this mark is coming from and why. All right, this beast, this mark is coming from, first off and foremost, coming from starting with America, the whore. All right, but it's going to be encompassed around the whole earth, around the whole world, if you will. And they're going to push this mandatory chip, this mandatory charagma. All right, and I wanted to go into Revelations because this is the blueprint. This is where it's coming from. All right, this system. All right, this system that you people outside of this hopeful elect have been wandering afterwards, who have been so encapsulated by this man's so-called power. All right, and and Yahawah Shah has put them in power. It speaks about that in Daniel's 4:17. All right, but the Most High Yahawah Shah is the one that put this man in power. He's going to be the same man and through prophecy to take him out of power through his own devices going into these other nations, even his allies, NATO and the EU. They're going to shoot missiles on America. All right, and then you got Russia and his conglomerates, his those Hamitic nations is going to be allied with him. Ethiopia, Libya, Iran, and all these other, Syria, which is Iran, are going to shoot missiles over here and destroy America in totality. All right, and that's going to represent the judgment. All right, but you other nations, like I brought out, are not scot free. You're not getting off just because you destroy America. The Lord's going to destroy you through the brightness of His coming, which is going into those chariots, man. All right, because those chariots are going to shoot laser beams on you, or laser fire from heaven. All right, so reading on, it says from verse 11, it says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. This isn't another beast, but this is the same beast. All right, and it says, and he had two horns like a lamb, which represent the Republic and the Democrat philosophy and wine, giving you people the illusion that you have liberty and that you have a choice. Like when there's a president being picked, whether you vote in Republican, whether you vote in Democrat, it's all a sham. All right, they already know who's gonna be picked ahead of time before it's even said and done. But they want you people's energy, they want your attention, they want your energy invested into something that's a lie, something that is false. So when it goes into his two horns is going into the Democratic and then the Republic side. All right, and he says, and both sides, they try to speak peaceably, but they're both inwardly they're dragons, man. Okay, then it says, and he spake as a dragon. All right, which going into that harsh rule, man. Okay, ultimately they're gonna come down upon us having great wrath, man. All right, but they appear as a lamb. They appear as they're trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? You Israelites, man, trying to help you out of a little situation, but they're nothing but two heads of the same snake. All right, that's gonna destroy you, that's gonna kill you, that's gonna be looking for your downfall. All right, not looking to help you. Okay, and it says, and he spake as a dragon, man, going into how he's gonna rule. All right, and his strict code of law, and his unrighteous decrees that he puts, man, his very unrighteous decrees. All right, it says, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, which is the Roman Empire, because there's a lot of things that America takes from the Roman Empire, which is why it's the rebirth of the Roman Empire, that beast that was slain, going to the going into the third verse. It says he exercised of all the power of the first beast before him, and caused of the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Which basically just broke it down there. And the deadly wound was during the Roman Empire, which was ran by Esau Edom, and they were put down, they were put underfoot, they were put into captivity, slavery for 1,000 years, and Jacob during the Byzantine Empire was ruling, okay, ruling all that, and the Moors were ruling Europe, for a time as well. So Jake was all over that, and then they came out of that destroyed state, all right, and start deceiving the world again, all right, during the Renaissance period, which goes into the rebirth. All right, going to the rebirth of Esau Edom, going to the rebirth of him and his philosophies and his way of life and how he would do things, his way of thinking. All right, the way that he pursues women. His basically just goes on to his way of life. All right. Let me see here. What else? You know, the way that he judges things, which are very unjust. It goes all into, his way of life, his way of thinking. That Edomite way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? So in verse 13, he doeth great wonders, which is the reason why people wondered after the beef, because they thought this man was surely the children of the Most High, or but he was nothing more than a hammer. All right, and the Lord put him up in power. All right, and made all the nations to wonder after him. All right, because they thought he was so great. It says, he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire to come down from heaven. All right, and that's going into the time of Hiroshima, Nagasaki, man, when they put those atomic bombs, all right, in the earth, man, and blew them up, man. All right, that caused great fear in these other nations to bow down and basically, not buck up against the beast, not buck up against, Esau Edom and his power system. All right, because if you did, then hey, guess what? We can do this to you as well. So for a time, these nations were scared, man, and they were under the grip of Esau Edom. But now these nations are coming out of that fog, and hating the beast and hating the whore. Okay, and they're coming up against America and his allies, man. Okay, let me see. Where was it says in verse 14, and I guess you can also go into that 13 words can also go into napalm. Napalm is basically, when a helicopter flies over a particular area and drops fire basically from the air. So napalm, we can look that up. Napalm, but really it's going into those that nuclear, not nuclear, but it was that atomic destruction. He was able to destroy you from far away. All right. As you can see, I think this is going to Hiroshima and Nagasaki right here. This picture, but basically, you can say that it's napalm as well. You know, as you can see, it's fire, fire coming out of heaven. And heavens where it doesn't represent the heavens where Yahawashi is, but it represents the skies. When you look up, that is when you look up into the clouds and you see those things, those represent the heavens. All right. So as you can see, fire coming out of the sky. You know, via those missiles, or via napalm. You know, just giving you a visual. These pictures aren't the best, but I don't know why they keep. I guess they keep showing this Asian bitch because she survived the shit. She about ugly as hell now. Um, but yeah, goddamn napalm. You know, click this image. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go. I don't have like anything else he wants to say on this. Slovakia. All right. It says napalm used in flamethrowers, bombs, and tanks in World War II. It is believed to have been formulated to burn at a specific rate and to adhere to surfaces. Well, let me go here. It says napalm, an incendiary mixture of a gelling agent and a volatile pitro, petrochemical in the name of a I don't know how to say all this shit. Portmanteau or two of the constituents of the original thickening gelling agents. Yeah, okay. Mm, okay. Yeah, so they begin to drop napalm bombs and any and other incendiary explosive. And if you when you look up and you see the damn napalm bomb coming down on you, it would look like fires coming out of heaven through the spirit, but also going into their you know their missiles that were able to just blow shit up. Going into Hiroshima and Nagasaki mostly though. But now they have even stronger nuclear capabilities and weapons. Because those were the atomic bombs. These are nuclear bombs. Two different things. All right. Let's go back to Revelations. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on verse 14. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, all right, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live. So, like I said before, it was Roman Empire was put down, but now the Roman Empire is rebirthed in the form of America, NATO, and the EU. All right, and it speaks about they should make an image to the beast. All right, the image of the beast representation of everything. This whole system encompasses the image of the beast. From the religion, from the financial, from the military, everything is an image of the beast. Going to church is a part of the image of the beast. Let me see what else. Because in the churches they're teaching you lies and foolishness, man. Basically, you're in the haunted house. You know, uh, Putting your woman above you is part of the image of the beast. Being a simp is part of the image of the beast. Let me see what else. Um, being an Israelite in this man's military and going to and fro doing his bidding is part of worshiping the image of the beast. This man's movies and the way they captivate you and things of that nature. And I'm not saying movies are wicked, but I'm saying to not have any wisdom and understanding and to be impressed and overly wowed, okay, by these visual spectacles. Then you worshiping the image of the beast, man. What else? But basically, this man's court system, is part of the image of the beast. His laws is part of the image of the beast because his laws are adverse to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord Yahawashi. Everything that the beast stands for is mostly, adherent or against the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahawashi. And I was bringing out the fact that this place has on the dollar bill in the Most High we trust, or in God we trust, but yet it doesn't uphold the law, standards, and commandments of the Most High Yahweh Shemashah is actually against the Most High. And behind the closed doors, in the scenes, they worship Satan, ultimately through these other false deities and false gods. But mostly it all goes back to Satan for their power, doing sacrifices, Bohemian Grove and, killing children. We got adrenochrome and all this other madness, man. Let me see. What else could be representation of the image of the beast? Let me see what else can worship the image of the beast. What else can represent it? I've said a lot, but I'm just trying to get the fullness of it because we're finna go from this verse into the main meat of the shit, which is going into that charagma, going into that mark ultimately. That Esau Edom is gonna push upon the earth. But let me see what else could go into this beast system. Let me see. Oh, the religion aspect, which I said church, but not worshiping Yahawah Shimei Shai, having the liberty to do what you want as far as liberty is also a part of the image of the beast because they're you're not men and women are not supposed to just do as they will, and which is also a part of the image of the beast to do what you will spirit. That's not biblical. Okay, even the Israelites, we have laws, we have commandments, we have an order, and that's under Yahawah Shimei Shai. We're not free to go just you know kill our parents and sleep with our sister, you know. But you can do that type of shit here, and though you might be punished for it, you can get away with it. At least sleeping with your sister and shit. But that's against Yahweh Shemi Shai, man. But hold on, the philosophies, you know, the philosophy that Esau Edom pushes is also a part of the image of the beast, man. His way of life, his way of thinking. Like I say, it's that whole system of everything Esau Edom upholds, which is against Yahweh Shemi Shai. All right, like I said, all that liberty. You can part of the image, as well is we got what adultery here that's perfectly legal, that's perfectly fine for men and not men because men can't commit adultery on women, or cheating is not something that cheating in and of itself is part of the image of the beast because cheating in and of itself is not biblical. It's not. You can't cheat on a woman. Okay, you can deal with multiple women. Okay, as long as that woman is single. Okay, but if you're dealing with another man's husband, then yeah, that is adultery. So I misspoke. Men can commit adultery in that sense, but women commit adultery on a high level, way more than men do. You know what I'm saying? But if a man is sleeping with another man's wife, that is that's adultery. But if a woman steps out on her husband, which she's not supposed to step out or deal with any man outside of her husband, that's adultery, man. And that's uplifted here. That's pushed here. That's also a part of the image of the beast, man you know, which technically that person is supposed to be put to death, is supposed to die. You know, both individuals, the man and the woman, if they're caught doing that foolishness. What else here? But yeah, you know, that's about it. I'm sure there's more things that go into the image of the beast. The way that the food is part of the image of the beast. The way these people are gluttonous and very uh 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 uh, uh prideful. Pride is part of the image of the beast. Having this gung ho spirit that you can do what you want in America and nothing's gonna happen to you and shit ain't gonna change and that's a part of the image of the beast, man. That prideful outlook of life. It's part of the image of the beast. What else? Um, and just all the things that encompass, that what Esau Edom pushes, as part of the image of the beast, and why people are so captivated into worshiping it. To them it's just like, oh, I got liberty to do this, liberty to do that, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Women can come here and just be whores, man. Just go, just lose, just be turned out, lose their minds, and they love it, man. Because this is the place in which where you can do those things. This is the place of confusion, Babylon the Great. What I'm saying? Where you can do that, where you can do those type of things, where you can come and destroy yourself, all right? You can, and destroy your spirit, all right? But we're mostly concerned about the children of Israel, about the Israelites, okay? And this is why we're making these videos to give you a warning as to what this place is about, what this place pushes. This place isn't a place of freedom, like it says. It's not a place of liberty, like it says. It's all lies. It's all witchcraft. It's all bullshit, man. You know, you're nothing more than a slave here. But these people, when it says it goes into the worship of the image of the beast, they have your mind. They have control over your mind. They have a stronghold over your mind, and so you're worshiping the image. You're worshiping the system. You're worshiping your oppressor. You know what I'm saying? And the little goodies, I guess, that he gives you to continue to worship him and to continue to make this beast system go forward. All right, waking up, working 40 plus hours, 40, just to get pennies on the dollar, get taxed. All that shit is part of the image of the beast, man. And these people are worshiping it, and they're going to continue to worship it even up to their deaths. All right, because that mark, you know, that charagma is part of the image of the beast, man. It's the mark of the beast. They're two different things, but the mark goes into the image of the beast, though it's separate. You understand? I don't want people to get fucking confused, because they'll get confused quick as fuck. But the elect through the spirit power Yahawashi Shai are not gonna get confused, okay? But the image of the beast goes into this whole system. It goes into a lot of things. You can say you can pinpoint it to a lot of things, but ultimately it's this whole system of life, this whole way that Esau Edom has pushed upon the people that they're so accustomed to, that they're so used to, that they don't want to get away from. Just like the children of Egypt didn't want to get away from Egypt in their captivity. They was getting mad at Moses and saying, why you brought us out here to kill us, and so on and so forth, because they was used to that image, of that lifestyle, that system that was being pushed in during the time of the Egyptians' rule that they had over us. That Mizraim, which goes into captivity, goes into that bondage. They was used to that because it came with certain things. Even though there was a captivity, they were like, fuck it, we get this and this. They was going into the which I'll get it, man, because I want to be very thorough in this, and I really want to provide some levels of edification and things of that nature. And shit, I don't got nothing to do today, so we can make this video long as hell. I don't give a damn. It is what it is. I'm just gonna go into it. It should be in Exodus, but I'm not sure exactly where it's at. So, but we gonna get this precept, and we gonna continue. Oh hell, come on, man. Come on, babe. You can do it. You can do it. All right, yeah. So let's get into it right here. This is Numbers 11 and 5. We're gonna get into that real quick. Because they was longing after that image that spiritually, that Egypt was putting up with Egypt. That way of life that Egypt was pushing, man. And they were remembering the different types of food and things of that nature, and they wanted to go back. All right, they didn't want to leave. And and this is why the Lord destroyed their ass in the wilderness for 40 years. But you know what? Let's get the whole thing. It says, and the people cried unto Moses. All right, and these same people are going to cry unto Esau to come and deliver them from their woes, man. When shit hit the fan, Esau's going to come with that charagma, that damn potato chip, and that's going to be his answer to you, which is going to get you to fucking destroyed. It says, when Moses prayed unto the Lord, the fire was quenched, and he called the name of the place Teriba, because of the fire of the Lord was burnt among them, and the mixed multitude which was, it went into those heathens heathens that came with the children of Israel, that exodus out of Egypt during the time, whether they might have been servants, slaves, or I'm not sure. But still, the mixed multitude was there, and that mixed multitude, which were heathens, probably, not probably, did have, those children of Israel, which whether they were there or not, they was gonna complain and bitch anyway. But that mixed multitude aided in them, wanting them to go back unto Egypt and things of that nature. All right, it says, and that fell among them fell a lusting, right? Just like here, the in Revelations, the people are lusting, following and worshiping after the image of the beast. This happened here in Egypt as well. It says, that was among them a lusting, and the children of Israel wept again and said, who will give us flesh to eat? We remember the fish in which we did eat in Egypt freely, in the cucumbers and melons and leeks and onions and garlic. But now our soul is dried away, and there is nothing at all besides this manna before our eyes. All right. All right. So basically, they was bitching and complaining. But I was going to basically just that part in verse 5, where they was basically um um was lusting after the image of Egypt and the things that in the system that they had over there, whether it be food, whether it be just all the the system that they had going over there. All right, there's nothing new under the sun. So back into Revelations. All right, so basically, yeah, the image represents the whole encompassed system and the way of life that Esau, his thought process and the way he does things, man. You know, part of the image of the beast is damn. Like I said before, is the food. We can go. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. Like basically DoorDash. You can sit on your ass and DoorDash yourself 50 nuggets. You can DoorDash yourself 100 nuggets. It'll be for cheap, probably for 100 nuggets. Probably, you might spend $50 for 50 nuggets. It might not even be that much. you know the comfortability and just the the certain liberties that you have here. These people are worshiping after that image, okay, the system that Esau Edom pushes. All right, anyway, reading on. Hopefully I explained that decently enough. If I didn't, other brothers can definitely come in the comments and be like, hey bro, you fucked it up, you broke this down wrong, and I'll take the video down if I indeed did do it wrong through the spirit. But that's what I've been taught through the spirit. Now where was I? Right. Right. I was for 14 and 15 says, and he had, so verse 15 he says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, which we went into the image. It says, and that the image of the beast should both speak and cause many as not to worship the image of the beast should be killed. So if you're not about this system, you're not about this new world order, you're not about bowing down, you're not about pushing homosexuality, pushing the trans community, the LGBTQ, XP, ABCD. You're not about that. Um, you're not about the pedo boys. You're not about pushing Esau Edom's thought process, his science, his pseudoscience. You're not about that, then you're gonna be put to death. If you're about Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, you're about truth, you're about righteousness, you're about the right, standing on the right hand and not the left hand, then you're gonna be then the beast in and of itself, the system is gonna seek to put you down, to put you to death. All right. And here's the point in verse 16. It says, and he caused of all, both small and great, which goes into people that's impoverished, people that don't have a lot, and then you got the people that are great that do have a lot. Going into these celebrities, going into these people that's just well off, that they got a business. Even you people. Let's take a great business like a Fortune 500 company or something, like the owner of Wendy's. The owner of Wendy's is an Edomite through the spirit, and he has children. I'm sure their children have children. Those children are still going to have to take the RFID chip technology. Still going to have to take the chip, the potato chip. Okay, they're not exempt. You know. Now the elites, they're more than likely not going to have the to take the chip, because they running shit. But these other people, they're going to force them. LeBron James, he's great in the earth. You know. Uh, as far as an Israelite goes, but he sold out and things of that nature. He's great. He's gonna have to take it a chip. His children are gonna have to take it a RFID chip. And all these other people. It says rich and poor. So if you got money, you don't got money, you have to take it. It says free and bond. Anyway, it says free and bond. So they goes into If you have no shackles on you, if you do have shackles on you, the modern day shackles is being somewhere in a prison cell. So that's what it means when it goes into bond. Okay. It says to receive a mark. All right, in which we were going into that right now, which is what that potato chip technology, that RFID chip technology. All right, Lord willing, that don't get my video taken down, but who cares? It says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, and the reason that people would more than likely receive it in their foreheads instead of their right hand is because some individuals have their minds is fucked up, so they'll take the brain chip, quote unquote, implant to so they can function a little bit better. And that goes into Esau, Edom. That goes into the 14th verse when it goes about the miracles. I think there's a let me see. Um, I think yeah. So they're saying that they can use these. Right here you can see we got these two right here. It says Metro Detroit man gets potato chip implant and he can start up his car. That might seem like a miracle to some people. That might be like, oh wow. Then you got the Neuralink potato chip in people's heads that might be able to cure some madness that they got going on. And that might be perceived as a miracle. And then you got this right here. It says makes paralyzed man walk again. That is perceived as a miracle in this world. If you are unlearned or if you don't know any better, you would think this is something of convenience or this is something that is good for you. It's actually something that's going to destroy you. You're basically pledging your allegiance unto the beast in Esau Edom and his system, which is going into the image. You're just pledging your allegiance and you're bowing down basically, and you're going to be destroyed for that. Now, if you're in other nation, you're going to be destroyed regardless. But if you're the Israelites, then you have a stricter punishment because you're supposed to know better, and this is why we're warning you so you don't fall victim to it. But the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they think they know it all. They think they got it, so they're going to be the ones ultimately that's going to fall victim to this. Reading on, it says, and that no man should buy or sell, say if he had the mark. And it goes into that buying and selling because you can go into what Amazon is doing right now with the palm print thing, and eventually it's going to go into the RFID chip thing. I'm going to the potato chip thing. I'm just like it, but it's going to go into that. And that's going to be the new way of buying and selling. You're gonna have had that potato chip in you, so that you can buy things and that you can sell things. Without that way, there's no other way that they're gonna want you to move. Things. You're not gonna be able to have paper money. It's all gonna be on a grid. It's all gonna be on the Internet of Things, if you will. All right. It's all gonna be digital. All right. It said, save he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right. So there's that. I want to just go into that, real quick. That's basically all I wanted to get on that. So now we're gonna wrap it up, man. We're gonna go into, Proverbs 14:15. It says, "The simple believeth every word," which is the reason that these people are what that they're worshiping after the beast, because whatever the beast say, whatever Esau Edom says, chiefly America riding on the top of the beast, they're all for it. They say what was also part of the image as well is the medicine. You know, that's also a part of the image of the beast as well. Um, they told you to take a jump shot. You people took a jump shot. Y'all took a 3-pointer. Y'all took a 4-pointer. Y'all took a 5-pointer. Y'all took all the shots. You know what I'm saying? Like fools, and you're gonna pay for that. You're gonna pay for that. All right, because you were foolish. All right, and we warned you. But the simple believeth every word. So they told you that it was going to help you. It's not. It's going to actually destroy you. But y'all believed it because they lied, and you fell for the okey doke. And now you're going to have to receive of that punishment. whatever comes with that jump shot or whatever comes with that. And then they're gonna lie to you again with this charagma, with this chip technology, this potato chip technology, these Lay's chips technology, and you're gonna go for it too. And guess what? Just like with the charagma, you're gonna be not the charagma, but with the medicine, with the jump shot, you're gonna be found in derision. You're gonna be found, and all fucked up ultimately. All right. It says, but the simple believe a fair word. So you're gonna fall victim to this, even though we're warning you. But the hopeful elect are not gonna fall victim to this because they have the wisdom and understanding to know better, and to resist, and to not conform. It says, but it says here it says, but the prudent goes into having wisdom. You know that means that 2/3 of the nation of Israel are not prudent. They're wise in their own eyes. You know Let's go. Let's get that. Goes into this word prudent. Google definition. It says acting or showing care or thought for the future. You 2/3 are not acting with care and thought for your future. You're just stuck in the moment. All right, and I guess you think the future is afar off, or the future is going to be pleasant, full filled with ice cream and cookies, but it's not. We're telling you that it's not, and you're going to be destroyed if you take it as this potato chip. All right, let's go back. Oh, no, well, here we go. It says, but the prudent man, like we already brought out, the prudent man is going to be looking for his future, looking well unto his going. And that's what it goes into. We, Lord willing, being the hopeful elect, are those prudent men watching and praying, you know, and watching for the prophecies. You know what I'm saying? Get another precept. But like I said, it was going to be a longer lesson because, I mean, I can't go into something such as this, and then, just blast through it and have a 20-minute video because that's not how I teach. So this is Matthew 24:42. It says, watch, and therefore ye may not know what hour the Lord doth come. So we gotta pay attention, man. We gotta be on point. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord Yahawashi, after this RFID chip, not this damn potato chip technology is pushed upon the earth. We know that directly after that is going to be World War III, and then after that is going to be the coming of our Lord to deliver us out of this wicked defiled kingdom, man. Because in the midst of World War III, they're going to fire missiles on Babylon, and if we're in Babylon, in America, we're going to have to get delivered, or we're going to get fucking melted. So you know we got to watch for these prophecies. It says, but know this, that if the good man of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched. All right, and so we got to be constantly vigilant because we don't know when when this is gonna go down. But we know it's close through through watching out for the prophecies, man. That we know that we're close to the prophecy of the RFID chip in the end because they're showing it, they're displaying it. All right, so it says. And it says, and it would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore, be ye also ready. So, therefore, we must be ready for this time. We must be ready and prepared for the hour of temptation so that we can, resist it. All right. And choose life, which is Yahawashi. Because the 2/3 of you are going to choose death. And that's the potato chip. It says, therefore, ye be ready for such as hours ye think not that the Son of Man cometh. It says, who then is faithful and a wise servant, whom hath the Lord made ruler over his household and given them meat in due season? And that's going to go into the elect, man. We want to be a faithful and wise servant, wise as serpents, harmless as doves. You understand? So with that being said, I just wanted to just go into that real quickly. I have another precept here. Let me see. Let's jump to Second Thessalonians. Now the whole chapter is good, but I don't want to make this lesson long as fuck. So I'm gonna get to the point. It says in verse 12. Okay, let's start at 9. Damn. It says, even him who is Esau Edom. It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, because Satan means adverse, um, adversary, you know, deceiver. All right. So Esau Edom is adverse to the laws, statutes, and commandments, and adverse to the spirit of Yahawah Shai and his ways. If he wasn't, then he would do the ways of the Lord, but they don't. It says, after the working of Satan with all power and lying wonders, It says, with all deceivableness and all unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, and they might be saved. This is going into your 2/3 niggas who refuse to hear the truth or hear the correct breakdowns or hear the truth at all. You're just some fools. You're gonna be destroyed, and you will not be saved. It says in verse 11, and for this cause the Most High Yahawah shall send them Most High Yahawashi shall send them strong delusions that they should believe a lie. And part of that lie is worshiping and thinking that the image of the beast and wandering after the beast is a good idea. No, that's a lie. That's false. That's not a good idea. You're going to get put to death doing that. It said that they might be damned who believe not the truth. And we're telling you the truth, but we are become your enemies because we do tell you the truth. You know, we tell you that America's going down, you look at us like we're fucking stupid and be like, no, America ain't going down. No, no, no. We got years. We got another 50 years. No, 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 no. Because why? You love this place just like the children of Israel loved Egypt and they didn't want to leave. All right? Same thing. It says that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. And you people are having pleasure in unrighteousness because if you don't want America to be destroyed, and us to get out of this captivity, then you are having pleasure in unrighteousness. Okay? It says this in verse 13, but we are bound to give thanks always to the Most High. I mean, to Yahawah Shai, to Yahawashi, to the Lord Yahweh. Wait, hold on. To the power for you. So, like, I'm mispronouncing that. To the power for you, brethren, beloved of the Lord Yahawashi, because the power have from the beginning chosen you to the salvation through sanctification, the spirit of the bliss of the truth. So, from the very foundations of the world, the elect were the elect. All right. And from the very foundations of the world, the Lord created those who were going to be destroyed, and the Lord created those that were going to be delivered. All right. It says in verse 14, it says, wherefore you are called, we are called, he hath called you by our gospel. All right. Because the only way to enter into this gospel, the only way to learn the names Yahweh and Yahawashi and learn the true gospel and be a true believer, and understand these breakdowns in truth and not butcher them is to believe in the proper way that Yahweh Shai wanted us to believe in, through his apostles, through his men, through the men that go out on the highways and byways and do these sit down lessons. All right. It says he called you into the gospel by them, okay, by his pastors, by his prophets, man, by his preachers. All of those are synonymous with each other. They all mean the same thing. It says to obtaining of the glory of our Lord Yahawashi HaMashiach. Okay. Verse 15. Therefore stand fast and hold to the traditions which you've been taught, whether by word or whether by epistle. All right. And the word is going into the scriptures, man. And our epistles is going into, the prophets wrote epistles, and the prophets are back again to break down those very same epistles. And now we send out our own epistles through these messages. I mean, well, these videos. These videos are like spiritual epistles, so that we're telling those that hear them to continue on in what you've been learned and what you've been taught, and to be assured from who you've learned and been taught. All right. So I got one more precept. Hopefully, it pulls up. Let me cut some of this down. Yeah, that's Second Timothy's. Slovakia. I know this lesson's kind of been lengthy, but I just wanted to drive home the point, you know. But this technology is it's part of end time prophecy, man. Hell no, I don't like this bird. Is this King James right here? Yeah, this what is the new King James? Yeah, well, we can. I guess that's good enough. Well, yeah, I guess it's good enough. This is a Second Timothy 3:14. This is the precept to the other thing that we just brought out. Um, it says, "But you must continue in the things which you have learned and been assured of, knowing whom you have learned them from, well, whom you have learned them, which is who, the apostles. You know, well, I give double honors to the apostles, GMS. That's from whom I've learned the truth from, and I'm assured of whom I learned it from, that through the Spirit that these are the men of the Lord, and those that teach their similar doctrines. The contemporaries. But yeah, it says knowing from whom you have learned them, that you take that from childhood you have known the holy scriptures, which are able to make you wise for salvation through the faith which is in Yahawashi Hamashiach. All right, because Yahawah Hamashiach Yahawashi is the one that's gonna deliver us from this wicked foul kingdom, just like he delivered us from um the bondage and captivity that we were in under Pharaoh. This is just a new Egypt that the Lord Yahweh Hamashiach is going to deliver us from once again. So with all that being said, Lord willing, you are edified, through the Spirit, and Shalom.